To build anything that truly lasts, it takes time.
So viewers, in a sudden move, Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar resigned from his post citing medical reasons. He has sent his resignation to President Draupadi Murmu and said that he was stepping down with immediate effect. Now, a letter was written to the President and it was posted on day 1 of the monsoon session. It says that he is quitting because he wants to prioritize healthcare and abide by the medical advice that was given to him. While he was admitted to the AIIMS for a few days in March this year and also appeared not so well on a few occasions, Jagdeep Dhankar has been mostly seen as quite energetic in his public appearances, including in the parliament as well. So, while no one knows so far what actually transpired and what is the reason for his decision, there are two theories that are doing the rounds on what could have led to him taking the decision to tender his resignation. One is that there is a lack of clarity in Justice Verma's impeachment process, which will be taking place in the parliament. Apart from that, there is another theory that is doing the rounds as well, which is that JP Nadda had said, remember yesterday during a face-off between Mallikarjun Kharge as well as JP Nadda had said that nothing will go on record except what he says. And the statement may have upset Dhankar, who was in the chair at the time of this exchange. That's the claim that is being made. We have, in fact, more breaking updates coming in. After the abrupt resignation by Jagdeep Dhankar, nearly 2 years before his tenure was to end, it has led to a lot of speculation, and the opposition is now questioning the timing. Now, the opposition of questioning whether health is the real reason why he decided to hang his boots prematurely. Leaders in the opposition have added to the buzz.
First of all, I would say that I wish him speedy recovery for his health. And as far as his role as Bengal governor was very, very controversial. He was always at loggerheads with the state government. So I suppose his tenure as governor and as the vice president or as the chairman of the Rajya Sabha was very controversial.
देखिए, जो इस्तीफे का कारण लिखा है, हम तो दुआ करते हैं कि ईश्वर उनको लंबी उम्र दे, सेहत दे और स्वस्थ रहें, यही कामना करते हैं। लेकिन सारा दिन आप काम कर रहे थे और रात को अचानक 2 लाइन के अंदर आ जाए कि साहब स्वास्थ्य कारणों से इस्तीफा दे दिया, तो समझ में नहीं आता क्या वजह है।
It's something quite unexpected and we don't know what are the real reasons. And I don't think the President of India is going to accept the same. And one reason I can tell you that Justice Ashok, this Shekhar Yadav's impeachment motion is pending before him. So I think he is likely to proceed with the same. So that must have annoyed the government, especially the BJP leadership. So at this point of time, I can tell you that that can be cited as one of the reasons which led to sending this letter.
मैं अच्छे स्वास्थ्य की कामना करूंगा धनखड़ जी, और धनखड़ जी इतनी जल्दी हार न माने और उपसभापति के पद पर बने रहें, क्योंकि बहुत महत्वपूर्ण मुद्दे हैं। ऑपरेशन सिंदूर का मुद्दा है, फिर बिहार में वोटर्स का है, ये सारे बड़े मुद्दे हैं जिसमें धनखड़ जी की उपस्थिति बहुत जरूरी है। अब मुझे तो कुछ बड़ा अटपटा सा लग रहा है। लगता है कि कहीं इन मुद्दों को टालने के लिए तो कुछ ऐसा नहीं किया जा रहा है। मैं धनखड़ जी के लिए नहीं कर रहा हूं, उनके स्वास्थ्य की कामना करता हूं।
These are some of the claims that have been made by the opposition leaders. The opposition leaders believe that there is more to the story, that Jagdeep Dhankar may have spoken about his ill health, but there's more to it.
जगदीप धनखड़ जी की तरफ से रेजिग्नेशन दे दिया गया है वाइस प्रेसिडेंट की पोस्ट से, और इमीडिएट इफेक्ट उन्होंने लिखा था इसको इम्प्लीमेंटेशन होने में। हालांकि उन्होंने मेडिकल रीजंस दिए हैं, लेकिन इसके पीछे कई और सवाल भी खड़े हो रहे हैं। आपकी इस पे क्या राय है सर?
निश्चित रूप से उन्होंने हेल्थ ग्राउंड पे अपना इस्तीफा दिया है। एक बुजुर्ग व्यक्ति हैं और हमारे उपराष्ट्रपति रहे। मैं तो सबसे पहले ईश्वर से ही प्रार्थना करता हूं कि ईश्वर उन्हें लंबी आयु दे, दीर्घायु हो, स्वस्थ रहें और हेल्थ प्रायोरिटी होनी चाहिए, ये हमें जरूर मानता हूं। लेकिन राजनीति में जो चीजें नजर आती है ऐसी होती नहीं है। उसकी भूमिका, उसकी पटकथा बहुत पहले लिखी रहती है और उसके बाद अनायास प्रकार की चीजें आती है। एक दो बात मैं जरूर कहना चाहूंगा। मैंने कहा कि राजनीति में सब कुछ एक फिक्स्ड होता है। जो बिजनेस एडवाइजरी कमेटी की मीटिंग कल थी 4 बजे, जो सेकंड मीटिंग थी, नड्डा जी और किरण रिजिजू जी दोनों उससे अनुपस्थित रहे। एक महत्वपूर्ण है संसदीय कार्य मंत्री का न होना, भारतीय जनता पार्टी के अध्यक्ष का न होना, मंत्री का न होना। साथ ही साथ लगातार भारतीय जनता पार्टी संसदीय परंपराओं की जो अवहेलना करते हैं और एक अहंकार में, कल आपने देखा नड्डा जी कहा कि मैं जो बोलूंगा वही रिकॉर्ड में जाएगा। तो या तो आप आसन के प्रति आसन को डिक्टेट कर रहे हैं या आसन के प्रति सम्मान नहीं है। तो ये चीजें कोई स्वाभिमानी व्यक्ति होता है इसे स्वीकार ना कर पाया और उन्हें मानसिक रूप से जिसे प्रताड़ित किया गया उसका यही परिणाम हो सकता है। बहरहाल मैं यही कहना चाहूंगा कि धनखड़ साहब अपने स्वास्थ्य को लेके उनको सबसे पहले प्राथमिकता दे। लेकिन एक साथ साथ मैं एक बात जरूर कहना चाहूंगा, एक देश के उपराष्ट्रपति को जो स्वास्थ्य सुविधाएं मिल सकती थी उपराष्ट्रपति होने के बाद आफ्टर रिजर्वेशन, वो चीजें शायद उस अनुपात में नहीं मिल पाएगी।
My colleague Sabyasachi is joining us on the broadcast. Sabyasachi, we played out what many of the opposition leaders are saying. They say that while he should prioritize his health yet, but they continue to say that there is more than what meets the eye. They say that there is more to the story. Take us through the details of what Jagdeep Dhankar has said. The resignation also came suddenly late at night yesterday, after which the politics began.
Well, that's right, Pratibha. See, the resignation of Vice President and Rajya Sabha Chairman Jagdeep Dhankar has taken everybody very shocked. And now the opposition, on one hand, they wishes Jagdeep Dhankar for better health, but also they say that there is something fishy behind the resignation. Now, yesterday, a very detailed response also came in from Congress leader Mr. Jairam Ramesh. Now, Jairam Ramesh said that yesterday at around 12:30, when the first Business Advisory Committee meeting was called in, at that particular time, both JP Nadda as well as Parliamentary Affairs Minister Mr. Kiran Rijiju was present in that meeting. And later, when consensus was not reached between the centre and the opposition on the agendas that should be discussed on the floor of the House, in fact, another round of meeting was called in between at between 4 to 4:30. Now, opposition alleges that at that particular time, none of the leaders from the central government, whether it is Parliamentary Affairs Minister Mr. Kiran Rijiju or JP Nadda, the floor leader in Rajya Sabha, they did not attend the meeting. And in fact, the opposition also alleges that Jagdeep Dhankar was continuously waiting for these leaders to arrive at the Business Advisory Committee meeting, and they didn't. Now, the Congress alleges that between 1 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. something may have happened, and that could have possibly resulted to the resignation of Vice President Mr. Jagdeep Dhankar. But these are all speculations which are being created by the opposition as of now. But the opposition are clearly asking Jagdeep Dhankar to rethink about his decision, and they also urge the central government to reach out to him and make sure that he take back his resignation. Okay, all right. So will the government reach out to him? Will he take back his resignation or not remains to be seen. But for now, he has submitted his resignation, and let's talk about what could happen next. Now, Jagdeep Dhankar is the third Vice President of India after V.V. Giri and R. Venkatraman to resign during his tenure. Giri and Venkatraman had resigned from their post of the Vice President to contest the presidential election. Dhankar will also go down in history as the only Vice President against whom the opposition had brought a notice of removal for partisan conduct as the chairman of the upper house. But let's talk about what could happen next. What happens next now that he has resigned? Now, the EC will initiate the process to elect the new Vice President, as the Constitution says that this vacancy must be filled as soon as possible, that it must be filled at the earliest. Apart from that,
the decision will be taken by the Electoral College via a secret ballot. The Electoral College has members of both houses. The Lok Sabha as well as the Rajya Sabha members are going to be a part of the Electoral College, which will decide on who the Vice President is going to be. There is, of course, a key criteria in that as well, which is that the person should not hold any office of profit. We have breaking updates now coming in as politics rages on over the same. As Jagdeep Dhankar has submitted his resignation, the politics continues. Congress party now speculating on the exit, demanding answers from the centre. In fact, going on to say that Nadda and Rijiju did not attend the BSE meeting that was convened by Jagdeep Dhankar. In fact, the opposition has raised many questions and has also speculated on what could have been the reason for Jagdeep Dhankar's resignation. Now, let's take you through what Srinivas BV of the Congress party has said. First, Nadda and Rijiju did not attend the BSE meeting that was convened by the Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar. 1 hour later, the Vice President's resignation was taken, and even after 12 hours have passed, not a single word has come from the mouth of India's Prime Minister or the government's ministers. Is the government's health deteriorating? So that's a dig that is being taken. Remember, the statement that was issued by Jagdeep Dhankar went on to say that it is because of health reasons that he has decided to resign. Sabyasachi continues to stay live with us. So, Sabyasachi, the Congress party has mentioned that there was a meeting that was called by Jagdeep Dhankar and it was not attended by the union ministers, after which the resignation came in, claiming that there is something amiss which the government is actually not mentioning in the resignation.
Well, that's right, Pratibha. See, as we were discussing, the opposition, the Congress party, continuously has been raising this particular topic. Now, the Congress party yesterday had said that when the meeting, the Business Advisory Committee meeting was called in by the Rajya Sabha chairman, Mr. Jagdeep Dhankar, exactly at around 12:30 p.m. in the Parliament. At that particular time, both JP Nadda as well as Parliamentary Affairs Minister, Mr. Kiran Rijiju, were present at the meeting. Now, in that meeting, after no consensus was reached between the centre and the opposition as far as the agenda is concerned, another round of meeting was scheduled that was called in at 4:30. Now, in that meeting, both JP Nadda and Mr. Kiran Rijiju were not present as per the opposition, and the opposition also alleges that Mr. Jagdeep Dhankar waited for quite some time for these senior leaders to arrive in this meeting. Now, looking at these circumstances, today at around 1 p.m., the Business Advisory Committee meeting was called in by Mr. Jagdeep Dhankar, and that has raised a lot of question, and which is being raised by the opposition. The opposition says that the government must clarify that why did the sudden resignation came in from Vice President Mr. Jagdeep Dhankar when he himself yesterday rescheduled the Business Advisory Committee meeting today at 1 p.m. and whether the senior leaders who were not present in the meeting had prior intimidated the chairman about their absence or not. So these are some of the questions which the opposition is continuously raising right now. But Pratibha, if we look right now, the opposition, whether it is the Congress, the Trinamool Congress or several other parties of the India bloc, are all set to raise this issue inside the parliament, and all of them have demanded a clarification from the central government.
Okay, so no doubt today will be dominated by questions that will be asked by the opposition on what actually happened. But let's also speak about, while we're talking about the eligibility for the Vice President, let's talk about the criteria as well that could come in. The first criteria, of course, that he must be a citizen of India. He or she must be a citizen of India. Apart from that, must be at least 35 years old and must be eligible for election to the Rajya Sabha and should not hold any office for profit. But importantly, now the focus is going to be on the politics of it. The opposition has raised several questions on what actually happened.